Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Berserk manga read-through, where today we are starting the big 3-0, Berserk Volume 30, with a amazing cover art of Guts just slamming that Dragon Slayer into the eye of something fierce, and I can't wait to continue. So, seems like with a panel, a cover like this, we might be getting into some action today. Last volume was a bit more of like a slower paced, character-focused volume, and that was really cool, because it's always good to slow down and have breathing room to really focus and hone in on some aspects. We got new character introductions, a lot of stuff with Farnese's family, the Van Dimions, and the like, so it was cool to slow down and get some of that. We got Serpico and Farnese's farewell in that regard, and we're currently on a cliffhanger of Serpico inviting Guts and the gang down into a very claustrophobic chamber, tight-knit quarters, for a face-off, which is very unfortunate, because with the way that things are going, I was like, oh no, it'll just be like for a bit, and then we'll have Serpico and Farnese, we'll figure out a way to join the team, but with the way that this is going, I don't know who's going to make it out of this. Guts will always make it out of this. Who will make it out? Who knows? But as in, I don't know what the group will look like after this. I don't know if it'll end in a draw and we'll have Serpico and Farnese come back or not. Let's read on and find out. Let's check out some of the artwork that we have at the beginning of the volume. Serpico staring at the crescent moon. And a bunch of the Kushan bad boy demon-looking things with a tiger too. Okay, there you go. So, little sneak peek of what we've got to look forward to in in this volume, Volume 30 cover art, starting with that tiger face as well. Looks so cool. Okay, we've got our team, we've got our group. There we go. So it looks like it's going to change the last one. The last one changes pretty consistently. It was Zod, then it was Sophia. So I think whenever a new character or a character is properly introduced, like Sophia was essentially reintroduced, a new character gets a little bit of a reminder, like a little bit of a blurb about them from last time. So Roderick has been promised, engaged to Farnese because of her brother on the sort of the trade-off of them getting a ship, but then they lost the pieces of paper that would get them a ship, so they're kind of screwed anyway. So we'll have to see what happens there. We'll be like, Farnese, we don't have a ship, so you don't have to marry this guy now. A naval ship captain and third in line to the royal throne of Ilth. A maritime power within the domain of the Holy See. It must be. I think it's just Ith. It might just be Ith, because that must be a capital I, lowercase I, if it's put in like here. Really hard when you're trying to just depict new names and new words. I think it must be Ith. ITH pronunciation. Capital I. Okay. Because the way that it was, I think the way that it was written last volume, I thought it was Ilth, capital I, lowercase L, TH, because it wasn't written with an I like that. I don't know if that was a error in the print or whatever. But I guess we'll just go with Ith and see how we go. So he is a maritime power within the domain of the Holy See. He is a friend of Farnese's brother and has become Farnese's fiancé. So let's move into this chapter, aptly titled Duel. As we start off with both of their faces. Guts' laser-focused determination and Serpico's wild eyes, as he just is cutting right through the columns instead. So he's like Serpico's hoping to have the home field advantage here. He knows the layout, he knows that it's close quarters, and Guts is just going to brute force his way through those columns. But if he gets his sword stuck in there, that allows Serpico perfect openings. He blocks it with his hand, but it gets him across the cheek. Oh, these action panels are so cool. Can't go unnoticed whenever there's stuff where it maintains like consistency, making sure that Guts has the talisman over his brand, even in like these fast-paced like action shots. It includes that detail, which is really cool. Strength versus Dex users engage in a close quarters fight, and if this was Dark Souls, instead of cutting through those columns, you'd be going you'd be bashing them and getting knocked back the whole time. So it looks like he's using them as shields because I feel like Guts would be able to cut through them entirely, but it seems as if he's able to use them as a shield because the Dragon Slayer is not cutting all the way through, and then he's using that as an opportunity to strike. Pretty crazy. Not bad for a maid. A good pupil he would make. Damn, Serpico can do that good against Guts without the magic hood. He's using the pillars so Guts can't swing his sword. That's cheap. No, I guess it's strategy. Your sword's destructive power places it beyond the classification of most swords. It could even split rock in two. But it is still a sword after all, and its extraordinary power is only exhibited when the tip reaches sufficient speed. No matter how you wield it in here, your sword is impeded by the pillars before it can reach such velocity. That's clever. So he's not able to get up enough of a swing to really do what he wants to do. To say nothing of your still wounded body. Yeah, and he's like trying to... Even the overhead strikes are like grazing against the rooftop too if he wants to go for a lunge, and that again allows Serpico his openings. Slamming it down. Wonk. Even so, cut his cape. You can smash through multiple reinforced stone pillars. I cannot evade such a threat forever. And my thin sword cannot pierce that armor. The places I can target are limited. He did get a hit on him. The places you can hit are his exposed right arm and his face. That's really it. And he's eyeballing the hand. Always in bandages. Here comes his thrust, as I anticipated. That is his only option here. If I can just evade this. Of which he just barely evades it. Creating sparks against the hilt of his blade. And then, here! And it got the mechanical hand. He was... He twisted... I think he must have twisted the... He protected his exposed hand and failed at his opening. And Dark Souls dodge rolled out of the way. He switched his grip. He read me. Yeah. Dude, this is so cool. Oh, and then we've got the subtle eye and mouth of the beast coming in here. He's getting angry. You won't like Guts when he's angry. Why must they do this? He truly is strong. Unbelievably so. I am a man generally disassociated from intense emotion. I adapt to my circumstances and fill the role I am given. That is my style. That is my style. Even in situations that seemed more or less unreasonable, my mind was at rest. Now it's time for Serpico to do super cool pillar jumping. Blocks it with his hand again. Adapt. No. Perhaps my mind was merely benumbed. But as I encountered you and shared in your journey. It would seem that not only Lady Farnese, but I too changed considerably. You clash head-on with your own destiny. Compared to my cool demeanor, that is a life similar to being scorched by hellfire itself. While I arrayed myself in feigned ignorance, perhaps before I knew it, I too was affected by that heat. You are certainly a man impossible to ignore. I felt ineffectual yet happy that Lady Farnese was being changed by you. And that's why I'll never allow it. I won't allow that to happen. Right, so he thinks that there's that possibility that Guts, you know, being completely taken over by that armor with rage would, you know, lash out and kill, hurt his friends, and Farnese could be one of those. And he's like, I'll never allow that to happen. Serpico! Uh-oh. What's his height in inches? He's fucking Undertaker Puck. Serpico's in. There's no pillars near him. I can continue to evade no longer. This is the final one. Oh, shit. And he quickly goes up above, grabs onto it to evade with his legs, bringing down the archway. On top of him. I was waiting for this. Shit, well that gets him off guard. Puts sword over his head to, I guess, protect his head from the rubble. Oh, I see. Wow. So as he goes for that strike, is using the rubble and the sword, like, twists it over to fling it forwards at him, I think. And the fight continues into 258. Suzerain of the religious domain. And he brings down the sword and all of the rubble on top of him, so the sword is like flat-faced coming towards him and pushes him down onto the ground. I really like how most of that, pretty much all of that chapter was just Serpico's thoughts on the matter, and we had nothing from Guts. Guts was just in the fight. He's like, we're doing what has to be done here. He alive? Serpico! Oh, he's alive. I never thought you would utilize the crumbling pillar. Did you read my intent? No. It happened by chance. Then once again, with you and your reflexes. Ed's bleeding. Now let me take a look. You had to go and make my job harder. Serpico. I will never let anything happen like that. Never. So, that was Shirka reading, I think maybe reading or getting Serpico's like thoughts on being like, I'll never let anything like that happen, like Guts giving into his rage and hurting his friends. Hey, what's wrong, Shirka? You made her cry. Guts, when you see Farnese, then what do you intend to do? I don't know. But I'll see her, that's for sure. You really are one to leave things to chance. So let's get going. We're in a hurry. Hey. Was that for real just now? Were you two fighting for real? Yeah. Gulp. Isidro actually got to see the fight actually going. Yeah, but at the end you must have... That was luck. He's not so weak that I can go easy on him. Are you alright? I can hear bells ringing in my head. That's what being a swordsman's like. Cold is the way of the sword. Yes, you die and no one cares. Sidro's learning. We were definitely serious, but Guts had agreed to a tactic condition. Condition? I challenged him to a duel by the sword, and despite the disadvantages he may have had, he would answer by the sword. Maybe he could be deemed honest to a fault in swearing not to use projectiles, much less than that cannon. Well, for my part, I did take advantage of that. And more than anything, he did not unleash the power of his armor. Perhaps I simply lacked the power to drive Guts that far, or else... If that is the case, I suppose I will wager on your unyielding spirit. That monster's got me worried. Don't linger behind or I'll leave you. Right. Monster? Yes. It is apparently akin to the familiars that attacked us at the shore, and it has infiltrated this place. At the shore. I do not know why. I can think of a reason. I killed some spellcasters at the shore, the ones who were controlling the familiars. They were unmistakably Kashan. Maybe that attack has something to do with the war in progress. If the Kashan are thusly using spellcasters as scouts or as a vanguard, if so, there's just one answer. Pretty soon, this city's gonna become a battlefield. Get away from this city as fast as you can, which is what Sophia said to Shirka as her final words when she left. She's like, don't come to school tomorrow. You're alright. If, as you say, that monster's the Kashan Vanguard, it might be headed where the most important people are gathered. Farnese is in danger. That's right, Serpico, and you wasted it on this. You were like, I'm gonna fight Guts instead. Let us go. I will guide you there. Then, Serpico, do you want to take your fancy wind elemental gear back and rejoin the party? Take these. It seems the sylph wished to return to their owner, like rushed back to him. Talk about attachment. That's awesome. Alright, I think we're getting the band back together. That's good. Holder of the honorable title Master of Scales, the third generation head of the Van Dimion family, Lord Federico do Van Dimion has arrived. That's Federico do Van Dimion, head of the great Van Dimion family, the foremost in the world. They say that starting with Tudor, hardly any of the great powers can now wage war without Van Dimion financial backing. It isn't just nations, the financial administration of even the Holy See is managed single-handedly by the Van Dimion Bank. He surely is the most influential person in the Holy See domain. Talk about presence. Yeah, this is like such a weird, like, we're getting all this weird, like, Golden Age style flashback stuff, because it's in like the ballroom and we've got all the nobles and stuff, and it's just with a different cast of characters. Some characters were actually in the background of that original scene way back when, which is really cool, but it's just history repeating itself, as we're going to have Guts in a ballroom soon. Serpico? Supreme Consuls and City Administrators of Vertranus, I am honored you accepted my invitation this evening. Tomorrow we'll surely see the start of a holy war, one involving a military host unprecedented even in the history of the Holy See's domain. You dignitaries from myriad nations must feel akin to mighty heroes. However, this is your last banquet before departing for the front, so let us discuss nothing so inelegant. Roderick, once Father's done speaking, we move. A toast in celebration of victory! Good people gathered here. I would like to take this opportunity to impart an announcement regarding our Van Dimion family. Who's that? The third Van Dimion son, I believe. Magnifico! As the mother watches. See these two standing here! Third in line to the royal throne of Ith, Roderick Off Schauften. There you go, you can see the 2 capital I's now. Clear as day. Throne of If! And my sis? Serpico? Magnifico? Father? What's this all about? Well, God, the sweat on his face and the chin and everything. You see... My oh my. That didn't work out how he wanted it to, did it? As the Kashan Vanguard approaches. Big old tiger boy. These are some great chapters. Really cool. Chapter 259. And the kingdom has turned into Silent Hill. Oh, a fog has rolled in. Farnese left at the perfect time before everyone else gets eaten by a Kashan beast at the gates. Enchanted tiger. I love how sometimes you have like these chapter titles that are just like Bonfire of Dreams and A Wind of Swords, and then it's just like Enchanted Tiger. It's like the chapter is very much just titled like, yeah, this is the tiger episode, so I couldn't think of a better name than Enchanted Tiger as it crashes through the window and the wind blows out the candles. They're in darkness. What? A sudden gust broke the window. Oh, Farnese's still in the crowd though, just not near the window. What's going on? Waiter, fetch a light! People were injured! Blood! My forehead's cut. What's that? It's a gust of wind! With teeth! Oh, hey, what was that? Good people, I have brought a light! Because they couldn't even see it happen. Oh my god. Ah! I'm covered in blood! Fucking hell, dude. The eyeball popping out. Perfect. Nailed it. The way that this scene, the tension of this scene is handled so beautifully, because you can tell that like everyone's in darkness. They actually have no idea what's going on. Like you could see this in perfect like movement, animation, like seeing the reveal of this. It's incredible. It's incredible. And then look at that. The detail on that tiger is incredible. That's so good. So we see the tiger feasting on some intestine spaghetti. And there's our cover image for volume 30. Ah! So he'll scream, Monster! What is that beast? Alright, who's making it out of here? It's... Ooh, and with a one swipe from the claw, it takes out like 3 of them at the neck. There's 3 heads tumbling, popped eyeball coming out of the socket. Amazing. The rampage of the Enchanted Tiger begins. To the exit! The singular emergency exit! Oh, never mind! Oh! Impromptu facial piercings. And getting torn to shreds. I love how that tiger is drawn. It's so cool. Is that a lion? Isn't it a tiger? Impossible! There's no lions or tigers that huge! I'm sure of it. That creature is connected to the astral world. Why is something like that here? Here it comes! You two stand back! For I am Roderick. Hey. Silver. A silver candelabrum. That's for werewolves, Farnese, not for tigers. But in comes Farnese with the candle, with the silver candle holder. Brings it in. Farnese can hold her own, Dad. He's like, what? Farnese? The mother even. She's like, what? Sticks it right in the eye. Yeah. Saved her family. I can't move fast enough in this dress. No! And in comes Serpico, baby. Wind elementals whooshing in to save her. That's so good. Nice. Serpico! My apologies. I was needed as a guide and had to step away for a bit. And in comes the Black Swordsman. Beast versus Beast. Are we going to see Guts go into Berserker armor? But with control over it, maybe? Let's see. Looks like the party's in full swing. Gotta have Guts entering the ballroom with a quippy one-liner. I'm bringing the party to you. Okay, Iron Man. And that's how we end the chapter. With Guts doing a one-liner. When he shows up. It's fighting time. It's Guts versus Tiger. Intrusion. Nice. Vroom. Brings down that massive slab of iron. Guts! Why is everyone here? To sample the foods of the court, of course. My takeout Tupperware. Looks like that critter's been sampling the guests. Too bad it's not a masquerade party. Show some discretion. Who are they? Hey, you mean that man's... He means to fight that beast? That's insane! That monster tore so many people to shreds in an instant! What can he do himself? Call the gods! But look! Look at his sword. No! It's far too big to be called a sword! Ridiculous! No man could wield a sword that large! But with that sword, just maybe. Love how the mother is just watching everything. Just with the fan, ever so quietly. That man! Where have I... Yeah, they're like, where have I seen that big old man before? Oh, cool. Here, kitty kitty, I've got a toy for you! He just sliced him right down the middle. Just straight up. Clean cut right down the middle, baby. And then the body parting around him. That's... dude, the artwork and the motion and everything in this volume so far is just mind-blowing. Look at that shot. My god. Straight up, just one swing. Wasn't even a fight. Wasn't even a fight. It was a straight up veterinary exercise. He put down that tiger. What a man! In one stroke! Unbelievable! Who is he? This is like one of the only circumstances where a man beating something in one stroke is acceptable. Well, splendid! Oh. There's some more. Some more have joined, but they're like, we're saved! Ah! Such splendid skill! No doubt you must be a knight of renown, but of what army? Not yet. It ain't over yet. What? Oh, my French! I am executed. So many, we're done for. Lady Farnese. Away! Look, I got my tiger. Hang on. Let me figure out how to show an arm on screen. This is my tiger. There you go. We got my tiger coming in. My Krishan tiger with a human face in its mouth. He flew with the power of the wind elementals. Everyone, soup, s'il vous plaît. Fucking... You've packed my elf-sized Tupperware container. Yay, Casca and Farnese. That's all of like the reassurance that Farnese needs, I think, that Casca is just like, hello. We'll talk later. Let's hurry and split. Wait a minute, please. All my family are here in this place, please. Come now, Guts. That is too cold. Whatever the case, I think it would be cruel to leave this many people and run. The Last Supper, eh? Alright. Talk about charity. Shirka, if you would. I know. I have already found them. So Serpico is going to go for the sorcerers, and Guts is going to fight the tigers. The foot of the bridge, east of the palace. I will guide you via thought transference. Well then. Serpico? I will finish quickly, and then return. Nice. Well, this ought to get me back on my feet. Let's go, baby. Slice and dice. Taking him down. If you can take down one in one hit, everyone else is coming down easy. Did he just take out two? He just took out two with one swing. So he's got one in front of him, one leaping over the top, and he manages to slice through both of them in one downward swing. Oh, it's so good. We're getting so many gratuitous eyeball pops. Classic Miura. Really incredible action panels. Really incredible action panels. There you go. So you get a volume, like volume 29, breathing room, character foundations, setting up some things, and then it just like, it rewards you with the weight with some incredible action sequences. The Rusted Birdcage. The Rusted Birdcage. Just piles of tiger corpses with more waiting in the wings. As he preps his sword. You know what this means. All of the tigers lined up in a row like this, and Guts has prepped his sword in a horizontal position. We're about to get that iconic horizontal slash as he goes through all of them. What is this man? He killed 4 of those monsters in the blink of an eye. I must have him for my army. Nay, for mine. You will not snatch him away. No! We got... That will be Isidro. Isidro's coming in. Yep. Throwing the bomb. What was that explosion? Yeah, stick to the walls and stay put if you want to live. Feels good having aristocrats depending on me. Hello there, terrified gentlemen. This be not a charity. 3 gold coins each, if you please. I shall earn our ship fare. What the fuck? A bargain you must concede for saving your honoured lives. Hey, what are these? Fairies? How cute. Fairies? An admission fee of 1 silver coin each, good people. No, something doesn't seem right. Oh, interesting. Farnese is like, teacher! Opens her bag of something that gets the tiger's attention by hang on. Oh, like little vines to pull the arm away. Interesting. What are thorn snakes? They're familiars I created. I realized after the incident at the shore that we may need measures for immediately dealing with enemies of flesh. I found some spare time in which to make them, though they are impromptu. For thorn snakes, look at their cute little faces. Please hold out your hand, Farnese. Take this. Cute. It's a ring braided with the same vine as these little ones. With this, you are the mistress of the thorn snakes. Well, isn't that cheeky? So she can go pocket snakes and throw them at people now. I am? It is alright. You can handle them at your level. I'll let you borrow them, but I'm their true mistress. Cool. There it is. Horizontal slash. Right through him. Oh, and Roderick's coming in to help out. Hi-ya! Oh, nasty thing. Let me just quickly gain the, get the recognition for this kill. Right at the end. Roderick! You know Farnese then, do you? Take a hike. This isn't safe for amateurs. Can't have you saying that now, not in front of my beloved. Whoa! And then Farnese's gonna save him with the thorn snakes. He's like, what? Like, looks at the back of his leg. Farnese, you did that? Please use silver. A silver weapon against that monster, Roderick. Silver, you said? That's right. Like the candelabra. Shove it in the eye. Nice. And in comes Serpico to finish those sorcerers off. Boom! And off with their heads. Get out of here. And now the tigers should return to looking like normal tigers, right? Instead of looking like cursed monstrosities. Looks like he's taken care of things on his end. In that case, they're just buck-toothed kitties. I mean, they're still tigers. They'd still feel very confused. Oh, they just stopped moving. What the? They might as well be stuffed. They are now completely bound, and they should no longer be able to move. Let's see. Oh, it's true. It's not moving. Right. Return to me, thorn snakes. Oh, it wraps up like a LED strip. Like a thorny LED strip. So she can use it as an Indiana Jones whip if she wants. Which is ironic, being snakes. Admirably done. Thanks to the snakes. My snakes. Teacher. Now everybody just gasping in awe at Guts, who's saved them all. Wonder how that is going to make Griffith and the Band of the Hawk feel. Because they're supposed to be the saviors of the kingdom. Your family's here. It's the aristocratic world, you know. Is this the last stop on your journey? No. Within this cage of stone, I finally realized this isn't the place which I wish to return. It's simply where my journey began long ago. I just missed it and wanted to visit again. That's all. Farnese and Serpico rejoin the party. Let's go! No getting married to Roderick. Well, now let's get ourselves a boat. Chapter 262. A Proclamation of War. What a tragic scene this is. It's like a battlefield. What are these beasts? That man almost slew the monsters by himself. At a glance, he seems a mercenary, but from what army, though? Those are fairies, aren't they? So you saw them too. And what were those things that lady controlled? Isn't she one of the Van Dimions? You don't suppose the Van Dimion daughter is, well, a witch? Yeah. No, just magical snakes. Nothing witchy about them. It's our high society debut. And Puck dragging his full coin purse. Looks like you're with us for good now, magical girl Farney. Still though, I could tell something was up. But a witch? I never. Just what sort of journey has she been on? Casca, you cannot put the thorn snakes in your mouth. Look how much trust you put in another person. Not once did I ever see that within the mansion. Not for me, him, and your brothers. For us Van Dimions, such a thing could never exist. No one ever paid you any heed, and being raised in solitude, you won it through the power of your desire. A blessing that only a lithe soul in disregard of her familial yoke could bring about. I'm a little envious. Farnese breaking the chains of her generational, generational bonds. And of course we've got Casca pricking her finger on the thorns, naturally. and sucking on her finger. She's like, oh. In come the guards. I'll be like, what have you done here? What shall we do now? Say what? This is the thanks we get? This is getting complicated. Wait. Lord Van Dimion. Father. First, on behalf of everyone here, I must offer gratitude to you people for putting an end to this mayhem. Thank you. Oh, they're clapping. Well, was it all that big a deal? Keep pouring it on. It's a standing ovation. This is so embarrassing. These repulsive monstrosities this evening. It hardly seems false to me to deem these ugly creatures war beasts, sent by the Kashan in a scheme to take advantage of this party and murder the personages of each nation. War beasts? But such queer beasts as these? I have heard they are savages who prefer to use beasts in battle. Perhaps these were born of some secret art of crossbreeding or drug use. Ah, yes, that does make sense. This guy knows a lot. Is he right? I think he's about half right. But, Lord Van Dimion, these... What is your view on these things? These elf fairy looking ass things. Surely silver coins aren't what they used to be. Also, the actions your daughter displayed. Well, I find it terribly hard to say, but indeed, they could only be magic. The mood seems to be one of suspicion again. What a narrow-minded crowd. Your silence, everyone. That was most likely mere illusion. Illusions? Is he right? Well. Yes, but, my lord, for it to be so clear in the public eye, and they seem to be asserting themselves. Banner of the illusions. That's right, you tell him, mister. Perhaps the wine we drank was drugged, or perhaps it is spread via this fog. It is probably a kind of mass hallucination. But right there, see? Hey, enough. I won't let you talk me down that easily. In any event, it is the aim of the Kashan army to strike at the heads of the Holy See domain and throw our allied army into confusion. To fall so easily for such a transparent tactic is the height of folly. It is disgraceful behavior for an adherent. Or do all of you gathered here intend, on the night before deployment, to go around trumpeting about fairies and monsters, thus becoming a laughingstock of the soldiers? Indeed, what you say is true. Then, well, I guess. Don't you give up on your identity? Pretty amazing reversal. In a way, I admire him. Your old man sure is tough. Yes, I think so too. All this reality is thrust before him, and as ever, he employs shock and awe. He truly is out of Magnifico's league. Oh shit. Well, how about this for a mass hallucination? Guts feels it in the back of his neck and the talisman. Shiaka senses it. The spirits wade from the corpses of the tigers as we have the Emperor himself. Oh god. That's one way to make an entrance. Illusion! Illusion, you say? Fucking hell, man. Guts! Apostle. Hear me. I am the Emperor Ganishka of the great Kashan Empire. I have come to this place to declare a proclamation of war against you infidels. Those illusions you saw, know this, that they are the start of a nightmare without end this evening. And then dissipates and leaves through the window. Amazing. The Emperor Ganishka the Great. Ganishka the Great. Wrinkly cloud spirit. What was... That scared me. What was that huge face? I sensed an enormous, sinister magic power. He was the same as those who attacked the mansion of the Spirit Tree. An inhuman demon. An apostle. And he's a ruler? Is he another one of his followers? Does that mean he's involved with this war? Interestingly enough, Guts is obviously right to try and potentially draw that conclusion, but it's the fact that the Kashan and, Ganishka wholly oppose Griffith also. They're like, no, I am the ruler here. If you continue on with your journey, you'll soon encounter those apostles again, and then, perhaps leading them will be... Guts? Look! It's terrible! What now? The sky's red! A fire? That's towards the harbor. So then it's true? The Kashana... The damn thing's begun. Yeah. As we can clearly see here, red sky. Red flaming sky on the docks. As we move into chapter 263, the proclamation of war has begun. And so now, the demon beast invasion. Look! The harbor's on fire! A Kashan night attack! It's not an accident? What's going on? Move! Move! Clear the way! Hey, guard! What's going on here? We're on our way to figure that out ourselves! Move inside! It's hard enough to move through this fog as it is! Oh no, is it crocodile time? Yep. It's crocodile time. And they be hungry. For villagers, yep. It's fucking just chomping on some faces immediately. Ah, what the? It started. The tigers were just the beginning. I love how it's like, it's on the eve of war, right? And then the Kashan are like, how about we just fast forward a little bit? How about we just rush that one and just bring it to you? Monsters! Fucking hell. And the tigers are back too, which means there are even more sorcerers coming in from somewhere. Oh, and these guys too, yep. They ain't holding anything back. The uglies are here. Look at that panel. Look at that one. There you go. God damn. Reporting! This is unconfirmed information, but in various parts of the city, well, there are reports of monsters appearing. Monsters? So it's true! Then what happened earlier was real! We can't stay here. We must get to our command posts. But right now, the city's... Ah, shit. The ship's gonna burn before we board it. We got to plunder one in the confusion. Yarg. What do we do? This presents a problem. Say, everyone. I may be someone who is in possession of a ship. I've heard most of the situation from Farnese's brother. You're looking for a ship? What's your destination? I may be a service. Hey. Interesting, so Roderick is gonna still force his way into this tale. Roderick? Who's he? He's Farnese's fiancé, the bourgeois one. You were there with him. Roderick, Now, don't worry. Just tell me your destination. Skellig Island. An elfin paradise. Elf hell. The thing on his head's talking. Skellig Island, I've heard of it. At some port city at sea to the west, if I recall. Why not? I'll take you all there on my ship. I don't think Casca's very trusting of him. Whoa, man, really? Yeah. Don't call me man. It's right on my way home. Hey. Farnese's brother really trying to get attention here. But my ship is a warship, and a trip at sea will be a bit rough on the women and children. If you still wish to go, you're exactly what we need. Indeed. Oh yeah, we did it. Isidro and Shirka actually high-fiving. There's a character development forming there. There's a friendship there. But are you sure? A war is about to begin. I just came here to deliver His Majesty's signed letter. My work is done. Ith may be in the same religious sphere, but it's of a different sect. We've no obligation nor interest in shedding blood for the people here. Roderick, you're getting carried away again. Well, why not? Look what happened to that plan of yours. I don't feel like tossing out this engagement. Well, no. I'd like to display some of my better qualities as a fiancé. Interesting. Guts just watching this take place. He's like, yeah, well, as long as we get to where we need to go, and then we can sort that out later. I'm Roderick. Nice to meet you, Chief. Just like, God damn it. I'm Guts. Likewise. And thanks. Right, let's be on our way then. Right away? Fortunately, I'm anchored outside the harbour, but we can't have the ship burning down before we set sail. What about you, Magnifico? If you're going back to Braju, I'll give you a ride. I cannot assume this reception hall is secure. I will have us all moved to the city administration building. Thankfully, most of the leaders of each nation's army are here. We might as well turn the administration building into a command center. It's obvious I'll be censured if I stay here in Vetranus. I'll go away for now until things calm down. Alright, I'll go too. Anyway, let's get out of here. Where is His Holiness, the Pontiff? He was scheduled to arrive in Vetranus tonight, but his health faltered en route and he now rests in a tent. Surely this is divine guidance. A swift horse will soon be sent him to warn him not to approach the city. You people! Don't move from there! Your pardon, my lord, but this is no time for... Hurry, he's seen us! What are you scared of? You're looking rough, pal. Father. Yep. So, the Kushans start attacking the city, everything's in chaos, and our main group's just like, see ya! I'm out of here. Good journey to you, Farnese, not to mention Magnifico. We love a supportive mother. How very interesting. If only she was more supportive during Farnese's childhood. Enemies got into the palace. The whole city's probably in an uproar. And there's this fog. Crossing it on foot would be faster than by carriage. On foot? But you don't know when we might come across some of those monsters in the city. Keep that fire burning. We've got some reliable companions if it comes to that. Leave it to us. We're pros, man. Pros. We said we're getting on a big ship and we will. Yours is more like a pig ship. What's with this creature? Nice to meet ya, Manihiko. I'm Puck. His face is so funny. Just a moment, please. I wish to change clothes as I cannot run in these. In that case, I brought your silver shirt along as well as your knife. Sweet, nobody's around. Looks like this is simple. Once a sneak, always a sneak. It cannot be helped. I will leave this dress in exchange. I'll stand guard, make it quick. Oh god, here we go. Might I ask you something? Oh my god, are you, by chance, the Raiders captain of the Band of the Hawk? Of course that's how it fucking ends. Someone from his past recognizing him, because he knew it before, and as soon as he comes in to approach... I wonder if everyone is within earshot of this, because Guts purposefully did not mention anything while everyone was talking about the Band of the Hawk, and the Band of the Hawk, and the Raiders captain, and all of that. And he's like, yeah, I can't remember who I was with. It was an age ago. Are you by chance the Raiders captain of the Band of the Hawk? Chapter 264. I am Owen, former leader of Midland's Tumel Knights. Okay, I think it's out of earshot of the rest of the crew, so they're specifically still not letting everyone else in on Guts' past. In divine revelation. Your appearance is considerably different, but I'm sure I remember you. Oh, Golden Age flashback. I saw you several times on the battlefield. Abreast of the White Hawk you rode, a young swordsman with a large sword on his back and eyes like a beast. Captain of the Hawk's Raiders. Your name? Let it go. It's history now. We're in the middle of things, so I must ask you something. The Hawk. Where is Sir Griffith currently? I don't know, but I wish I... know. She says she's done. How dare you sneak in when a woman is changing clothes? It was so natural I didn't notice. Take care. He might be closer than you realize. Wow. A Van Dimion, a thief, with that dress, you could buy 10 of these outfits and still have change. Someone you know? Who's he? Who knows? I guess I look like somebody he used to know. Says he's looking for someone. Those guys are gone now. The mist veils him, like some momentarily passing glimpse of the sun. No, I want to believe that it's not just the past or some illusion. One day those wings of light, that, as in that revelation, will sweep away the darkness covering our kingdom. Man, it just it's really crazy because Griffith is in this really kind of perfect scenario to come back as a hero in the eyes of the people, because he successfully ended the 100-year war with everybody, and they were celebrating that. Basically, they had the situation where, you know, Guts decides to leave, Griffith goes crazy and does what he does with Charlotte, and then he's kept prisoner, and all of that is kind of pretty hush-hush. So if, in the eyes of everyone else, Griffith was like this savior that just popped in and then vanished. And obviously the eclipse took place and nobody knew about that. So Griffith has just been in this disappearance, and then there's just been words of one day the wings of light will sweep away the darkness covering our kingdom. Everyone talking and thinking about, you know, the White Hawk, and then Griffith gets pulled back into this sort of realm, you know, where he's able to seemingly coexist between the astral world and here, but in his original form. So he can just come back and be like, what's up? Here's me, here's my Band of the Hawk, we're doing great. And everyone loves that because Griffith is a savior in their eyes. Meanwhile, Guts is constantly the one branded as the Black Swordsman, and the Holy Seed chase him down because he always leaves destruction in his wake, when it's really the Apostles. So it's a really interesting way to handle the story, where obviously Griffith and Guts by appearance only look very different to what they actually are on the inside. So we've got everyone just being like, I can't wait for Griffith to come back. Wild. So this is the tent that Old Mate's staying in, and he's gonna get told to not come into the city. How is His Holiness's condition? Not very favourable. This is a long journey in his state, and at a time like this of all times. His Holiness is quite old. This may very well be his last outing. It grows increasingly urgent that we call together the Court Supreme and choose a candidate for the next Pontiff. Perhaps the most prominent is, after all, Cardinal Poliziano. Quite a bit of groundwork is already laid. He seems quite liberal, and impertinence haunts him, to the detriment of his health. Yes, I see. Should his papacy not last long, let us consider a consent to another candidate as well. His Holiness was, how shall I say, a moderate man. Compared to Pontiff's past, he accomplished nothing special that stood out, but at the same time, he never misgoverned to the point of censure. He was a truly adequate man. Worthless. All those years that brought me to this age. This thought that would never finally disappear. That I've continually chanted in my mind like a curse. That this world is worthless. And that, more than anything, I am worthless. Born into a distinguished family, I was raised blessed by parental love and wanting for nothing. I passed my season of childhood without discontent, then I passed my youth without discontent. I grew to adulthood, never once embracing intense anger or affection. To me, who longed not after others, their world was in some way very clearly equivalent to a painting, adorning walls without any sense of real feeling. I picked the worst voice for a lot of dialogue. I didn't think he was going to talk so much. So I was like, cool, I'll do my croaky old man voice that hurts my throat. The reason I devoted myself to the path of faith was because I had no interest in such a world. Never because I was seeking dialogue with God. Even my receipt of the holy title of Pontiff came of those who desired success, foiling each other or falling into the graves they themselves dug. The crown just happened to pass to me, one who does nothing. It wasn't something I wanted. Even as Pontiff, I kept quiet and did what I was told. Never have I offered up prayer from my own heart. That's right, because I've never once harbored a wish for others, or for myself that was worth praying for. Some Pontiff I turned out to be. But now, enough. This vacant, tedious, idle lifetime will now end. There was no love, hatred, nothing. In the end, the divine hand of destiny was never held out to me. It was all a waste of time. Nothing but a stale chill. But once, just once, ooh, what is happening? What's this? A dream? Or else? Is that what you are? Has it been held out to me too? The divine hand of destiny? Whoa, and then poof, disappears. Was that a dream? But no, I still feel something with this hand. Halt! Who are you? Children, what do you want at this hour? We've been entrusted with a message for His Holiness the Pontiff. Message? The Pontiff is here, is he not? Come now, that's rude. His Holiness has only just now retired. If it's a message, we will relay it. Tell us. If you would grasp destiny in your hand, follow the guidance of the feathers of light, I think. What nonsense. Enough. Go home. I don't mind. Show them inside. But, Holiness, it will harm your... You heard what he said. Hey. Yeah. So this is, Sophia, right? I keep forgetting this guy. What was it? Was his name? Mule, right? Yeah. Sophia and Mule. Ah, there he is. This old guy's the one? For the love of feathers of light, show a little courtesy. Like this. We humbly beg your pardon for suddenly calling you on at night this way. We have come with orders to bring your holiness back to our lord. You two aren't messengers from Vitranus? No, sir. Ah, enough of this. His Holiness the Pontiff will proceed from here to Vitranus. He must administer important sacred rites at the deployment ceremony for the Holy See Alliance forces. You're a messenger from we know not whom. And you think we can simply accept the word of such children as the truth? I'm definitely of the same opinion. What is he thinking with this? Lord Griffith, is this really going to work? It's going to work, don't you worry, this is me talking. Guards, throw them out. Whoops. Nay. As they have said, let's depart immediately. Wow, so the way that I'm interpreting this is, I think Sophia, with the powers that she has, might have pushed him to have that vision with Griffith coming in to then conveniently appear at the exact time to be like, ooh, grab Destiny by the hand. And then he's like, well, fuck, I just had this vision. He was just about to die, and he's just been, like, given a breath of new life in, like, this vision that he's finally been, like, you know, touched or spoken to by God. And Sophia and Mule have come in at the perfect time just to be like, okay, let's go. We're going to yank you out, take you to Griffith, and the messages of Vitranus, who are going to tell them that the Kashan have, you know, declared war, is not going to reach him. But because of this vision, he's like, nah, let's go. I'm not even going to question it. Holiness, see? I forbid anyone to contradict me on this matter. It's my holy command as Pontiff. Great. Yeah, it makes me wonder if Griffith was working with them to kind of like appear for a little bit and just go, what's up? Or whether Sophia, you know, messed with the mind of an old dying man to like have him have a vision. Holiness, what in the world has come over you? Reporting. Urgent news has just arrived. Ah, there we go. The messenger comes in right now. Vitranus has fallen under a surprise Kashan attack and is now in a state of combat. What? It is requested that His Holiness the Pontiff remain in this place and under no circumstances approach the city. The holy signs are coming together. It's like they're pointing out the path of destiny. Interesting. Who knew that only now, when my flame of life is truly close to going out, would my life be given meaning, and my voice has returned, so I don't have to be croaky anymore. Holiness. Now, lead me where you will, guides of the feathers of light. There's been a divine revelation. Wow. That was fantastic. 265. City of Demon Beasts Part 1. Okay. So we've gone back to Vitranus being taken over by the Kashan beasts. Don't falter! You mustn't fall back! Defend this area with your lives! This is Kashan magic trickery! Don't be fooled by it! Ah, here they come! Yeah, not really anything trickery about this. You're about to get impaled with the weirdest looking spears I've ever seen. Look at those things. Oh my god. Captain, these are no tricks! Ooh, who's coming in to help? Reinforcements? I guess they've got to help out on their way to the boat, so there will be some fighting from our group here. We sure didn't get very far. I apologize, with the city in such disorder, it's difficult to read odd. Another new species? Fine, we'll just force our way through. These guys weren't expecting guts. Fuck yeah. Who is that man? He killed those monsters in one stroke. Again, impressive. One stroke wonder. The one stroke wonder! Then Guts is like, why is that my nickname? God damn it. Guts, be careful. If you want, the armor's power will. This is nothing compared to when I was fighting Serpico. Yeah, I think we'll jump in too. With caution. Hey, you sure about this? That Guts swordsman is one thing, but those two... And one's a kid. I think it will be alright. This happens all the time. They have the power of anime and God on their side. Fuck yeah. Serpico just using their heads as stepping stones. Isidro and Puck, the dynamic duo. Here it comes! Master and student attack! Puck, what are you doing? Puck Spark! Psh. Follow me, Padawan. Oh, we actually got the Padawan name drop in there too. I actually find it hilarious how often Yoda Puck actually comes up. Like, he comes up a lot. I thought it would be like... because we'd seen it a couple of times a while ago, I thought it would be like a once or twice funny thing, but like, I think it's his most reoccurring character. Yoda Puck comes up a lot. I think it's hilarious. He flew! He cut them down without touching? The enemy burst into flames? What the? Dummy. It's magic, of course. Magic? Yeah, and here, hey, use my snakes. Snake time. That's right, suffer. Yes, magic. Farnese, just what are you people? Shirka, Ivalera, and servants. Guts. Nice, throwing knives. Ooh! A perfectly thrown throwing knife with thought transference guidance right into the eye of one of the sorcerers. We nearly finished them all off though. Took long enough, witch. Let's get going. Let us be going then. If we delay, we may be attacked by enemies again. We did the attacking though. Your sister and her crew are incredible. A witch in the family? Forget being afraid of fighting these monsters. They seem used to it. Who are they? The Fellowship of the Bailet. What a crew. And I just can't wait for one day, hopefully, for Casca to do something! Because she does nothing! Every crew, right now we've got everyone in this crew doing an amazing job. Farnese's even getting magic now, and she's getting snake magic. Thorny snakes. We just need Casca to get her brain back. And I think she can do it, as we've had the conversation, but we had to have the reminder with Guts being like, is it what she wants? That's the important question. There's hope on the horizon that Casca could be restored based on that previous conversation that we've had earlier in the story, but does Casca want that? Who knows? Things are looking very nice in the city of Atranus today. A heat wave has come through the city. Please stay indoors and try and keep cool. Horrible. This really is like a battlefield. Just like that girl showed me. She's straight up like drawn by that little girl meme, like the house is on fire and she's just looking up the camera like she did it. Like, that's literally that drawing. She's just like, yep. If we get past those storehouses, we'll be at the harbor. Let's hurry before this fire gets worse. Yep. Wait a minute. My brain's bleeding. Oh, not again. Not elephant man. Not elephant aqua fish thing. This is the volume 30 cover art because that's the same eye. Time for Guts to do a bit of eye surgery. Holy hell, another one. What is that? There was more than one then. And you've got these bad boys to worry about. Riding the tigers into battle too. Ah, here they come. Oh no. We have a bit of a problem. It's a tooth fest. You take the small ones. I'll kill the big one. But Guts! It's no problem. But if it comes down to it, do your thing. I understand. So if it comes down to it, if we've got Guts going into rage mode, Shirka's got to pull him out. I want to see a moment where Guts lets the armor take him and the helmet comes over, but he has such control over it that it never goes beast mode and that you see his eyes through it like a normal helmet. I want to see him like have that moment of just control over himself and his armor and enter battle that way, where he can tap into the full power of the armor without losing himself. We'll have to see as we approach the final chapter of this volume, of volume 30, chapter 266, City of Demon Beasts, part 2. We got Serpico coming in with wind magic to go for the beasts. Nice move to go for their mounts first. Good shot. Bringing them all off on the ground. And Isidro coming in with a fire knife. Gonna cook those brains. Nice. Isidro's growth has been awesome. The character development of this whole group has just been so great. I love the dynamic of all of them together. It's really amazing. Like, the Golden Age is obviously for a lot of people, and I feel like this is mostly due to the the anime effect, which is like the Golden Age is always put on that pinnacle because it's where, you know, you have all the Band of the Hawk stuff, and Casca's actually a character, and you know, the characters that you have during the Golden Age and the Band of the Hawk are incredible. And then you have to, you know, Guts gets stripped of everything, and it's basically starting from scratch again. And it's been really satisfying to see this build-up of all of these characters coming together in such weird circumstances and developing together. It's really compelling. I love it a lot. Well, a lot of people are more than likely to be like, the Golden Age is probably my favorite aspect. The longer I get into this era of Berserk, the further we go, the further away we are from the Golden Age, the more I really love this stuff. This stuff's really great. Because I think we're in the what's the name of the chapter we're in at the moment? I think there's the Golden Age arc, and then it goes into the Conviction arc, and then we're in the Millennium Falcon arc, which is why Yoda Puck keeps showing up so much, because it's a Star Wars reference. So we're in the Millennium Falcon arc at the moment. So the Millennium Falcon arc's pretty amazing, and then we'll just have to find out what arc actually comes next after this one. But so trying to remember there's so many different things to catch on to, because we previously went through the Holy Evil War chapter, and I think we're now in the Millennium Falcon arc. It was the Holy War chapter that we went through, and now we're in the Falconia chapter. We're in the Falconia chapter? Millennium Falcon Falconia chapter. There you go. Behind you! Fiance dude! Name's Roderick. Hey, fiance dude! It'd be safer to keep quiet and keep back. So you say, but we can't have that. It looks bad when a princess protects a knight. Got to do it with style if you're a man. I agree. Where's a safe place? Why is this happening to me? This guy sucks. It's useless. About to get taken down with whatever the fuck this thing is. Shiaka just pops him on the head. Behind me. Right. We've never had this kind of character. Damn it, Puck. And Shiaka also has to keep an eye on Guts this whole time. Trunk spout attack. Water gun. Throw some bombs in. Right into the eye. Nice shot. That's going to cause some sort of berserker rage. Wow, cuts the trunk off too. Look at him go. He's being very efficient with this one. Thought so. This thing's outrageously tough and dense. Even if I got in and close and cold on this. You've got one eye and you've already cut the trunk off though. The beast is pushing its way through. It's trying. Stay down! I can't get a boner during this fight. Stay down! Guts. That time Yeah, just think about what you did during that time. And now do it again, but without being consumed by the armor. Guts! Dodge it! Guts? Guts! He's going to allow himself to be taken in, and then he's going to cut his way out of it. That man was crushed! No. Oh no, hang on. He dodged it. Guts! When did he... Oh, in order to climb the stairs, he unintentionally let himself be attacked and pushed inside the building. Okay, so he did get pushed in. I thought he was going to go inside and cut his way out. But he's going to drop down on top of him instead and go and do the cover art image and shove that sword right in the eye. There it is. Oh, well, I mean, maybe not the eye. Okay. Just the head. The cover art lied to me. Still, that's a nice blow to deliver. And then it smacks him right back into the building again. Guts needs to just be able to have the Berserker helmet on, because he's going to get a concussion at some point. He's going to just smack his head on something. Put a helmet on, Guts. I love that just these dudes are stood there watching as well. He's in trouble. Oh, here it comes. Oh, he's still holding on with that sword in there. Oh, and he's cutting across the body a bit. Oh, he opens up a wound, and it's cannon time. Puts his arm in the... Nice. Puts his cannon arm in the wound that he's opened up. Bam! Through the roof of the mouth. And there's an eyeball popping out, just like we wanted. Yes. Holy shit. Wow. And then he launches off, runs overhead of our group, and then proceeds to cut the enemy soldiers in half as well. Is he a monster? Some would say. Reckless as ever, I see, although flying is my forte. Guts doesn't fly, he falls with style. We ain't got time for this. The ship's gonna burn. We gotta wrap this up quick. Wow, we didn't even get out of here by the end of the volume, but that brings volume 30 to a close. Thank you so much for joining me today. Every single chapter in this volume was just balls to the wall, action packed. It was so good. I love it. The character stuff is great. Serpico and Farnese back with the group. We're getting a boat. We've picked up Magnifico and Roderick. Magnifico's useless, but Roderick potentially has some cool stuff happening. We'll see how that goes. I loved this a lot. A lot of amazing character interaction and action as well. Thank you so much for joining me for today's episode of the Berserk manga read-through, and I'll see you next time for Volume 31.
So otherwise, we're fighting.